My name's Anthony Jones. I'm the Director of Internet Services for Ducks Unlimited, and I was asked to share just a couple of the tips that we discussed today during our panel. One of the tips, and one of the most important ones from my perspective, is really in terms of your website, and that is your website strategy. It's important that you, if you have any level of oversight for your website, to find what that value proposition is between you and your donors. Even visitors to nonprofit websites have needs, and there's got to be some type of value that you're returning back to them in order to keep them engaged and keep them coming back to your website. There's a lot of tools that you can use to help find out what's keeping them most engaged, whether that's your analytics, whether that's your demographics, or other surveys that you can deploy to your website to learn as much as you can so that you can make informed decisions and tailor your website to their specific needs. And it's important to keep in mind that sometimes the content that you think is most important, maybe content about your organization or your mission or your research or so forth, may or may not be the most compelling content in terms of reception to your audience. So it's important to find out what that is. Something else that we discussed today was doing conversion testing on some of your key online donation forms. We talk about lowest hanging fruit. Organizations, especially in times where budgets are tight, are trying to capitalize on some of the lowest hanging fruit out there. And one of the ways you can do that is to make conversion testing, whether that's A/B testing, multivariate testing, on some of your key online donation forms. People who hit those forms and abandon are really some of the lowest hanging fruit, and you want to find out how you can maximize the conversion rate on those pages. There's a number of tools that you can employ to help find this information. Google Website Optimizer is one that we discussed very briefly. It can be set up and really help you determine changes that you can make, whether it's to content, to imagery, or to the layout of your overall forms, which one's more effective and which one's going to bring you a higher conversion rate.